What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to talk about the lat pull down and more specifically, how to do it properly, because I see it all the time in the gym. People are doing this exercise wrong. And there's a couple things, if you do right, we're going to start to feel that back working more. We're going to get that lat activated, and we're going to complete that exercise in a way where we start to build muscle in a true way instead of doing incorrect moves and doing it the wrong way, okay? So we're going to go through 4 things to fix that lat pull down. Starting with number 1, guys, is making sure that we keep our shoulders down and back from the beginning through the end of the movement. So what that looks like is, when I'm setting up for the pull down, guys, I want to make sure those shoulders get down and into the sockets, because now I'm connecting the lat to the core, and the lat actually connects into the pelvis. So if I'm up here, that lat is lengthened, and I'm going to be using a lot of accessory muscles to pull that in. That's not what we want to see. We want to see a strong, stable start position. Notice how my shoulders just set down, my arms are long, and when I pull straight down to me, chest gets open, and I'm back up to the top right away. Right? So if I do that right, what you're gonna feel immediately is right down the sides where the lat is actually moves and comes into the body. You're gonna feel that start to activate right away. All right, guys, so for tip number 2 is avoiding the elbow flaring out, okay? So as soon as my elbow starts to flare out, my lat becomes disengaged, because what happens is where the lat actually inserts onto is it loops in and up into the arm. So if I have my elbow tilted down, what does that mean? That means now I have a lengthened position for that lat, and I'm at a mechanical disadvantage. So to keep the lat tense and tight the whole time, you're gonna wanna focus on drawing that elbow in, creating tension from the beginning, and pulling through that full range of motion. When I'm doing that, you wanna think shoulders down, and I'm thinking elbows in to the sides. And then when I'm pulling, you keep the elbows in. See how my wrist stays stacked as I pull up overhead and back. So notice again, my elbows aren't flaring out, but in as I'm squeezing and pulling. All the way down, full range, and back up. When we do that, that just gives way more tension to the lat. All right, guys, so tip number 3 for getting that good back activation in the pull down is making sure that we keep that core tight the whole time and we don't hyperextend that low back, okay? So all too often, and this happens in our setup, is when we're getting set up here, we pull down, everything's good, but then when I start to move, my low back starts to extend and I come back too far. What I want to see instead is that core nice and tight. So I take a deep breath in, ribs down. Now I'm in that neutral position, shoulders back. Now I'm activating that lat to the greatest extent possible, squeezing together as a unit and back up. Versus if I'm pulling back, guys, I see this all the time. People overarching their back, not getting nearly the same amount of lat activation as if you keep a tight core. Okay, so tip number 4 is how we place our hands on the bar, because guess what? As we have our hands out further to the side, we're gonna activate more lat muscle. And if you look at studies that assess what muscles activate in the lat pull down exercise in particular, the wider the grip, hand grip is, the more lat activation we're gonna get. So if you're looking for that V-tapered line that a lot of us guys are, you're gonna wanna have that hand out wider, okay? Secondly is making sure that when we have our grip, we're keeping a tight grip the whole time. A lot of people, as they go through and it gets heavier, they start to lose that grip. And I'm here to tell you that the tighter you keep that grip, if you focus on squeezing, you're gonna get more activation through your whole back, okay? So really focusing on when I'm coming down, I'm squeezing, I'm keeping a tight grip, my thumb's over top, and I'm pulling hard, squeezing tall. I don't let go of this bar, I'm white knuckling it the whole time, right? And doing that alone is gonna activate more muscle. All right, guys, so if you wanna start getting that big back, if you wanna start feeling more of those muscles squeezing and tightening, take some weight off the bar, focus on your technique, use the tips I gave in this video, and make sure to subscribe for more upcoming videos. See you in the next one.